There's not much time, we must hurry. No. Well, you could say that. But, well, let's look at it this way. What if we didn't? What if we didn't? What if we didn't at all? And we just, later. Stealth maneuvers in the dark. Well, yeah. If I was a big orange, I would wonder exactly what I was doing with myself. But I'm not, I'm a human being, so I know how to cogitate reality to some fundamental extent. Being this godlike as a human being comes with its own rewards, like just going wow at every moment in space-time, because you are aware that you're alive, and you're always going wow, because I'm alive, I'm not dead, I'm not suffering in the pit of hell, I am saved by God the Immaculate. And in this, I am pleased. I have known true sufferance, believe you me. I have known absolute mental sufferance, the likes of which you would turn in your grave to experience if you had been through the problem. Exterminate, exterminate. But no, I came out the other side like an enduring hero of absolute immaculate proportions in the field of fortitude. I have survived the most perilous mental condition you can have, schizophrenia. I am still, on occasion, hearing this, that and the other, but no way am I in the hell state on LSD that I once was, or neither am I thrust into a cacophony of perpetual voices all threatening me with damnation and humiliation and murder my loved ones with hate, as I've had for years. We're coming up to the 30th, we are in the 30th year of my schizophrenia this year, and it's beginning to wane. As a fine doctor once said, not Doctor Who, but Dr. Lawton, and he said to me one day as I went to see him in a state of frenzy about my weird mental condition, he said, don't worry, it burns itself out eventually usually. And thus he could be absolutely correct in his diagnosis here, because after 30 years of weathering evil and evil spirits and evil voices and fighting daily a supernatural spiritual war that no one is privy to beyond me, a singularity of polarized position in conscious space-time as an Illuminatus, well, I think you'll find I've been through shit you wouldn't even understand if I told you. My friends, it has come to this point in time where I feel liberated from my sufferance. I feel better in some ways than I've ever done before. And it is on this cusp of space-time, this vivid approach to joyous momentary time and reality, that I say thank you. Thank you for tolerating me. Thank you for putting up with me. Thank you for forgiving me for my wayward youth. And thank you especially to the British government for defending and supporting my right to exist. In other evil cultures throughout time, I would have been in jail, I would have been incarcerated, I would have been killed, I would have been locked away and punished for being a weirdo. But no, under modern, liberated, beautiful Britain, all weirdos are looked after by the state, unless you topple someone or nobble someone or intentionally kill someone. All the same concept, right? Don't do that. That's highly illegal and against the law and the word of God. So, if you find yourself having done too much acid and ease and speed and magic mushrooms and all these shit things when you're young, and you find yourself becoming schizophrenic, hold on. Hold on. Because there is light at the end of a very long and dark tunnel. But there is a God. And you've got to find him, and you've got to believe in that God. And he will come through for you if you can do it. Because I have had prayers answered. I have seen things. I have conjured miracles. Or rather, received miracles to help my health from the very divine reality of the all-knowing uber-spirit of the omniscient Jah, for want of a name. Which is biblically legitimate in Christianity to call him Jah. Short for Jehovah, if that is how you wish to pronounce Yahweh or Jehovah, which are, of course, as previously discussed, exactly the same names. So if you can get your head around that little doozy and suffer the ordeal that is schizophrenia like a frickin' champ, well then the meat is your onion. The beef is your plums. The world is the universe is your oyster, and you can wield and ripple in light space-time. The very finite knowledge of quantum power is a latent harbinger of knowledge of divinity. We quest within this realm now under the illuminated skies of divinity. And we know everything is better than you think. We are more blessed than you give yourselves credit for. I am more welcome to the reception of divine knowledge than you may believe. I am very thankful right now to be here, in this position of space-time, gifted, immaculate, holding on for more. And in the name of love, which is how I created my child, I will continue, as I was told to, by a voice like God wants. And I will continue to continue, for I have continued for 30 years since the day I thought I was dead and going to hell. But I am not dead, and I am not going to hell, for I was saved by God the Immaculate, for faith in love and His word, which I did do. I am not pure, particularly, or rather in that, I mean I am not without sin. No one is. I would be very suspicious of a person, a human being, on this planet who had never sinned, because we would be dealing with an unknown quantity. You can only find perfection until you realize what imperfection is. And in that, the adverse of imperfection is better than anything else. And so reality, for all its perfection and its faults within that interlacing, highly complex, multifaceted, multi-personnel, elaborate, multi-user dimension in this universe, or multiverse, depending on what the reality is, which we don't know. Well, you're a better man than me if you can hold on to your sausages. Because what I know is world-defining, world-shape-shifting in space-time knowledge. And I know all the people on the internet largely are ignoratus talking nonsense. Dan Brown, he talks nonsense. Eckhart Tolle, he talks nonsense. The big prophet who wears the cloak and is radical, I worry about him. I think he talks nonsense. And there's lots of them who talk nonsense. They're not yet schooled enough or adept enough in the wisdom at the level required to be an illuminatus as they think. They are trapped in these notions and these prefabricated realities with an agenda behind them to enforce a specific goal, whether that goal is personally based or tribally based in a cult. All these things are just hackneyed, ancient, problematic, sad endeavours by individuals to garner and conjure enough splendour for their own follies in understanding, when really you should realise we are light beings, potentially. We have the ability to be engulfed in divine light through the trial, after the trial, that we might go through in darkness, engineered by others in their problematic places. And as we get more and more involved into the actuality of perceiving through the eyes of a divine force by following the word and detailing to its commandments as best we can, well, then the objective awareness of a human being and the perception he can wield as an observational vessel within this creative expanse of space-time is strictly incredible. And we have the freedom and luxury of this observation. We are here. We are now. And we are well. So count your lucky stars. Say a prayer of thanks to God always, every day. Give thanks whenever you can. All the time if you want. Sing songs, dance in the street. That's one thing that pisses me off. If you've got joy of God in your heart, en masse, as a collective, who are all saved, a countless number will be saved by God, why isn't there more dancing in the streets? You've got to go to London for that sort of thing generally, or Peking or something. But it's, you don't often see people dancing down the road, do you? And if you did, you'd probably think they were mad. But actually, I think they're the few who are illuminated. So more dancing in the streets, please, if that would be your tipple. And less evil, less blasphemy, less ignorance, less stupidity, less hate, less rage, more fun, more laughter, more peace, more goodness to each other, more holding each other's hands and saying, you're all right for a chat. And that sort of jolly japes and jazz. Well, I nearly made it through without making a cock up, but I didn't know what I was going to say at the beginning of this symposium, so I didn't do too badly, given all I've said, without making too much of a mistake in my dialogue. So you could say my brain is still fairly functional, and I've spent most of my life drinking and toking. And I haven't had a problem with that. They've been the best days. I've loved it. Every single day I've had a smoke and a drink. It has been fabulous fun. And I've listened to the music, and I've looked at awesome stuff online, and I've read incredible stuff, and I've been super centralised under God the Immaculate to really feel my cellular biorhythms and physiology, and how it can feel painless and work within me like some kind of liquid machine. And I am this incredible liquid machine. And I'm not sent from the future. I'm sent from the past, 1975, the year I was born. And I'm here now, 50 years old, the big 5-0. It's time they knew just who I am. I'm Nicky New. And I don't need you giving me shit. So get out, or deliver me the needs that I require to fulfill the mission of love everywhere and peace as a true master hippie. I've said too much, but yet, in the same breath, I haven't said enough. However, for now, I have done what I can do. And in this, I've had to part, and I'm sorry. If you miss me, you may ring and say I miss you, but no one ever does, for no one ever cares about the state of the true Illuminati.